Último joven de atención a medios, esta vez la tarde, que siempre le pertenece a San Francisco.
Este es el Media Workroom. Hay cafecito, por la mañana hay para desayunar. Acá están todos los periodistas que están cubriendo el Super Bowl.
Esta vez la tarde, que siempre le pertenece a San Francisco, que tiene a practicar antes y llegan ya a la conferencia de prensa todo el mundo cansado, errores cometidos, aciertos, y siempre hay una gran impaciencia en los últimos días por parte de Kyle Shanahan. Y menos que eso no cambie, tienen que estar hartos ya de la prensa. La prensa nunca harta de entrevistar mano a mano a gente de la NFL.
Ese que se ve ahí con forma de pirámide es el Hotel Luxor donde estamos parando nosotros. En realidad en el edificio que se ve contiguo tenemos la habitación. Y aquí, en el Mandalay Bay, está todo el centro de medios. Ahí en el fondo se ve la ciudad de Las Vegas. Estamos en Henderson, donde están los hoteles, son resorts de los equipos, que es en las afueras. Pero allí al fondo se ve la ciudad de Las Vegas.
Típica tanda de un equipo NFL en su hotel retiradísimo de la ciudad es que comienza con la conferencia de prensa de dos personajes. Típicamente, seguro, entrenador en jefe, en este caso Kyle Shanahan. Y detrás de él una estrella del equipo, que normalmente es el quarterback, pero no necesariamente. Ahora bien, miren la cantidad de camarógrafos que están acá viendo. No te ocurre levantarte y bloquear una toma de cámara porque causas un incidente. Luego, cuando vaya terminando la segunda sesión, típicamente el jugador, ya antes de que termine, por aquí pasan y pasean los 52 otros jugadores y entrenadores, se sientan en estas mesas, los jugadores, 10 de ellos, tienen su propio podio y como puedes ver, los podios ya están preidentificados. Están ya preidentificados. En el caso de algunos ilustres, como en este caso Brock Purdy, que ha estado en esta posición toda la semana, desde antes de que llegue ya la gente está acampando para poder lanzarle su pregunta. Pero hay jugadores ofensivos y defensivos. Y luego, la parte favorita es ir a buscar por mesa a los miembros del equipo típicamente reunidos, en este caso receptores, ahí está Ray McLeod, hay alas cerradas por allá, linebackers por allá, los entrenadores también los sientan juntos. Y puedes sencillamente, está él sentado acá y tú te sientas aquí al lado y le dices, Yawan, cuéntame tal cosa con tu micrófono y teléfono. Mano a mano, no puede ser más inmediato, no puede ser más amigable, no puede ser más útil si no le preguntas el esquema con el cual van a jugar en el Super Bowl 58, por supuesto.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Q&A number 2.
Coach Álvaro Martín of Ritmo. Yesterday, Troy Vincent at an Amazon presentation talked about the impact of AI and data on head coaching. He said some of the younger coaches would love to have that as help because they're not as experienced. The older coaches don't want that anywhere near the younger coaches because it may even the field. You've been a young coach, you're not a young coach anymore. Do you ever foresee having a booth next to you so you can consult very quickly? Or at this point, what you know is good enough and the machine won't help you?
No, I mean, what anybody knows isn't good enough. Everything evolves every day, so I don't care if you're young or old or it's this week or next week. Like, if you don't stop, if you stop learning, it's not for long. So, I mean, it's pretty broad on what AI does and everything, but if it can help, I mean, we'll use anything that helps. But again, football, like percentages and everything can help people have a clue what happens over a long period of time. That's why I always relate it to blackjack. If you follow the rules exactly, you should win 51% of the time. If no one sits next to you who doesn't know the rules. But football's not that way. You don't get to run that 3rd and 1 100 times and end up, if you do it the exact way, someone next to you, you'll be 51%. So, I mean, sometimes you get a lot of numbers, but people don't realize, well, yeah, they're a good run team. Well, that was pretty bad. Did you see that one guy bust and let's get that 70-yarder all of a sudden? But everyone else is going to talk to you about how they're a real good run team. So, like, all that stuff, and sometimes it's really good. That's why you got to take it all in, but don't just read a sheet and think.
The offense is so complicated, so many people moving parts. The practice is so quick, the expectations so high. What happens when somebody messes up?
One, you're gonna know you messed up, because Kyle ain't gonna let you not know that you messed up. And so you just go back and look at it and you see how you can correct it, and we'll revisit it the next day.
When did you know that you were going to be an exceptional, like really outstanding running back if it came down to that, taking the ball and running with it?
No idea. I think I'm just pretty good with the ball in my hands.
Thank you.
Yep.
Brock, both quarterbacks have a baseball exposure, significant. What about baseball do we see on the field from you, mechanically or attitudinally? And what do you see when you see Patrick Mahomes play that you go, that's baseball?
Yeah, I think, the arm slots, the different movements, all of it can sort of be like a whippy, baseball motion that, I feel like growing up, if you're just trying to be a quarterback, I feel like you can get a little too mechanical. I feel like the game now, you have to be somewhat acrobatic and athletic in the way you throw and throw at different angles around defensive linemen and guys that are blitzing off the edge. In baseball, I think helps quarterbacks with that and can, I think that definitely translated over to, playing football and the way we throw. And obviously, yeah, you can see Mahomes doing like sidearm throws and stuff, and it looks really cool, and it is. But that's, I think, from baseball over time. Yep.
In a way, you've got Trent Williams kind of being the leader of your line in the offense, but you're a veteran. Maybe not long for this team, but you've been a veteran. Who speaks not only to the line, but to the rest of the offense at different times for different purposes, calming them down, keeping them honest, kicking them in the rear?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, all the big guys speak. Trent, Debo, Brock, George, Juice, Christian. Everyone takes their turn. But I think we have such a good group of guys here that there's never that, big moment of like knowing you ain't doing your you know what I'm saying? Like, people are mostly on top of their game, and I think it's easy when you're on a team that can come and compete for a Super Bowl. Like I said, you don't want to be the weak link on this team. You don't want to be the reason why this team is not winning a Super Bowl. I think everyone takes that to heart, and everyone around here cares about each other deeply and don't want to let each other down.
Two more questions. So next to last one. Coach Shanahan just said that he doesn't think you played your best game, meaning not you, but the team. Mm-hmm. Is that so?
Yeah. We've played well in spots, but we know what we could be. And that comes down to executing every play, and hopefully that all comes together on Sunday.
Finally, you're of Puerto Rican descent. You actually show it right proudly, your colors. Like Puerto Ricans like to show the flag everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And we carry it with you every time.
Uh-huh.
When you think back about how football is not played in Puerto Rico, probably not even watched in Puerto Rico, when you go home to Bayamon and visit family, how do they relate to you, your size, your profession?
Yeah.
How does that work out, and how do you react to their curiosity about what you do?
Yeah, when I started playing football in high school, all my family was like, why are you playing football? Play baseball. They're always like, football's too violent, you're going to get hurt playing football. Now we have a lot of football fans in my family. And then once, I feel like football is that sport, once you start watching, you can't stop. And once you start playing, you don't want to stop. It's such a fun game, bringing together, on this level, 53 guys from all different places in the world and all coming together for a common goal. And once, when everything's right, man, there's no better feeling.
When I was a kid growing up in San Juan, I would watch, and we get the San Juan Star, the only English language newspaper, and they'd get the Sunday results, the little box scores, on Tuesday, because the press would close on Sunday night and never get them. And I remember zeroing in on Herrera kick, Raul Alegre kick, Joe Cap touchdown pass. They weren't Puerto Ricans, but they were Hispanic. It meant a lot to me. I can tell you right now, the fact that your back says Feliciano draws people beyond Puerto Rico, just they look at you differently and look at the team differently. So good luck this weekend, okay?
So much. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Sí, saliendo ya, de hecho nos expulsaron, quiero que sepan. Una delicia, Brock Purdy, George Kittle. Kittle, un chico bien interesante y creo que tiene un futuro en comunicaciones o como comediante inclusive.
Cuidado.
Que se cuide Pat McAfee.
Es un rockstar.
Señor.